What's going on, everyone? It's Peter, and I am back again for another daily video. Judging by the spirit of the day, it is the 4th of July, so it would be rude of me not to address that, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I want to talk about how to handle 4th of July, how to, eat right, how to drink right, how to just structure your day to have a successful 4th of July. Now, if you're someone who doesn't care about what they eat and is just going to YOLO it completely and doesn't care about any of what I'm going to say, then you do you. I'm not trying to ruin anyone's 4th of July or tell you how you should enjoy your time with your family, friends, or whatever, okay? This is just for people who, want to keep one eye on their fitness goals or whatever as they have a 4th of July, okay? So, what kind of foods do people eat on 4th of July? From my experience and what I've seen, it's a lot of like burgers, hot dogs, chips. I don't know, anything I think goes on 4th of July. It's just a lot of good food, okay? Your family, your friends, your community, you might eat really healthy and whatever. That's awesome, but I'm talking about what I see people usually eat, which is just a lot of like processed food. It's good, it tastes nice, but you wouldn't want to be eating it every day, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so these foods, okay, hot dogs, I don't know, potato chips or whatever it is you choose to eat today, they may not be healthy. While looking at the food from front on, but in the wider aspect of things, you enjoying these foods with your family, with your friends, under the right circumstances, sharing laughter, having a great time, enjoying these foods, they can be part of a healthful circumstance. Okay, so they may not be healthy, but the activity in which you're enjoying them can be healthful, and it's not just about what food you eat. It's about stress. Laughter's good for you. Talking to people, sharing in some tradition and community. That's all good too. And if hot dogs once a year, if that facilitates that, well, I mean, it's good, I guess, but you wouldn't want to be doing it every day. But let's get into it, okay? So if you're going to a big cookout later today, or if you are, well, now I don't know why you're watching me. That would be a bad use of your time. Sorry, but if you're doing something later, you're having a big cookout or whatever. With that in mind, you're going to be eating a lot of food, so have maybe a lighter breakfast than usual. Um, have some, chicken salad, some lean protein and vegetables, something that's going to be quite light on the calories, but it's going to keep you full. You don't want to be ravenous before you go to your event because then you'll eat everything in sight. Um, if you think that's you, then maybe having a high protein breakfast would be good. Um, so have a light breakfast because you're going to eat a lot of food later on in the day. When you get there, when the foods are all around you and you're digging in, focus again on lean protein and vegetables if you really want to. So go for your chicken, go for your steak burgers, whatever. Focus on that, and then branch out to your I don't know mac and cheese or whatever it is you're eating. Okay, so focus on your meat and vegetables first. Uh, if you're having dessert, have dessert. If you don't want to have dessert, maybe skipping dessert would be a good thing. I don't know. It's up to you. Drinks. Do you really need soda? Do you really need juice? Personally, I usually skip out on that kind of stuff and save my calorie allowance for good foods that I actually enjoy. If you're drinking beer, whatever, um, I guess having some spirits would be maybe better in the calories, but I'm not going to say. Okay. Um, I know there's some people who spend the 4th of July, sitting by the beach or whatever, just being generally quite sedentary. That's fine if you want to do that, but probably a better way to do it would be, being quite active. Throw that football with your nephew or whatever. Play squash. I don't know, kick the football, something like that. Get you moving and burn some energy and stay active because that's going to offset the ravenous eating. Which I mean, it's up to you at the end of the day what you want to do. Okay, and yeah. So if you do stuff your face and if you've been on track throughout the day, um, if you've been on track throughout the following weeks, and it's only one day, don't sweat it if you go off track, if you eat way over your budget or whatever. Um, it's all about enjoying time with your people you actually love and care about. So I wouldn't don't stress it, okay? Um, if you have went completely over your budget or whatever it is, just wake up the next day and go about your life as usual. Don't start starving yourself. Don't try and like make up for it the next day by eating nothing. That only creates kind of a dangerous cycle of binge and starve, which you don't want to get into. Okay, if this is a rarity, then just move on and take it how it is. Okay. Obviously, if you're doing it every weekend, that's a different story. But if you're generally, eating very healthy and on point, then it's not a big deal at all. So, and if you are stuffed at the end of the day and you can't walk and you feel really bloated, going for a walk can help with digestion to as gravity will aid it. Keep hydrated is another thing that'll keep you um, aid digestion, so you're not struggling throughout the day. And yeah, I basically say enjoy it, have a good day, and you know this is just for people who want to stay on track with their fitness goals. If you just want to go full YOLO and eat everything in sight and not care, I get that as well. But if you want to enjoy yourself and at the same time have um, be eating smart, be eating right, all you have to do is make a few intelligent decisions. So have a lighter breakfast, make some smart food choices while you're there, stick to lean proteins and vegetables as your baseline. If you want to have a bit of everything, then go ahead, but start with those first because they'll fill you up and then they'll decrease your chances of overeating on the mac and cheese or the potato chips or whatever it is else you want to dig into. Okay, and if you can be active throughout the day, well, why not be active? Go play football, whatever. That'll help. And yeah, don't forget to enjoy it. Okay, don't be that guy who's like counting their calories on their phone, weighing the steak or whatever, or the hot dog, or like, don't be that guy. If you are that guy and you've got like a bodybuilding competition tomorrow, well then you should be that guy. But for the vast majority of people, that's not you, so you shouldn't really be doing that. I mean, just chill and have a good time, okay? Don't stress it if you went full YOLO, and don't use it as an excuse to completely blow your diet and go back to whatever it is you're eating before. But also don't use it as a reason to starve yourself the following day and kick yourself and make yourself feel terrible because you shouldn't base what you eat on your self worth. Okay, just get back on it and continue as normal, and you'll be fine. One blip will, when you zoom out into the grander scheme of things, it will appear as if it barely happened. Okay, and another thing that actually happens while when you eat a lot of food. Okay, so you'll probably wake up heavier in the morning, and you'll be like, "Oh, I put on like 3 pounds of fat or whatever," but it's likely that's just increased water weight from the more sodium you add, and the more carbohydrates you add, because that pulls in like um, every gram of water pulls in like every gram of carbs, sorry, pulls in like 3 or 4 grams of water. So you will weigh heavier, and also the increased food will increase waste in your gut, so that'll also make you appear heavier on the scales. But if you go by your daily schedule, it'll decrease in the day or two after, so that's not to worry. Okay, and when you do eat a lot of food, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis increases as well. So you will tend to fidget more and stuff, and you will produce more heat when you do overeat, and you also burn more energy through the food. So if you do eat like thousands of calories more, it's not all going to be. That's why you're not going to put on like um, a pound of fat or 2 pounds of fat, because your metabolic processes are sped up somewhat in response to that, so it doesn't work out to pile on the pounds just one day of overeating. So don't stress it, okay? And you probably will tend to eat slightly more the next day because you'll be stuffed, but don't worry about it. Just go on as normal and continue making those gains. And don't forget to enjoy it. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a good day as well. Peace. My bad.